I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that.
Oh, that was spot on. That clap,
Damn.
was the clap of all claps.
I didn't even hear Ali's clap either.
Yeah, I heard all
Didn't
three.
even hear yours.
I heard all three.
All right.
We usually are quite good with clappy claps.
Because we're in sync.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like our minds are connected. Like dolphins
Oh.
and retards.
And whoa, you said the R word.
You went.
No, cancel Ali. She's
cancel.
gone.
Hey, but oh God, I hate that so much. The longer it fucking lasts, you know, you get on TikTok and you see all these fucking bitches and
Hey,
douchebags.
it's not their fault that they're retards. Okay, don't kill them.
It's
Don't-
like
don't
it's
end them.
comedy. Fucking, you know, shut the fuck up, you 12-year-old cunt, and just fucking live your life. Play with your penis or tits a little bit and shut the fuck up.
The people complaining as well. They're always middle class white women.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
young, like teenage or early
I was-
20s white women
dude,
complaining.
I
Like,
checked-
shut up.
Fucking hell. I checked out this TikTok. I saw this TikTok pass. I couldn't believe my eyes. So this girl is telling the story of how she drowned, right? Basically, she was underwater for 2 minutes. And so she said, you know, at one point, and this is basically what you're saying, fucking middle class white girl doesn't know if she wants to be blonde or brown, you know, fucking that's the shit we're talking about. And she was talking about, yeah, I was thankful for like how he saved my life, and because I woke up with him pressing on my chest, but inside I was screaming. I was unconscious while I was underwater. I shit you not, she said this. I was unconscious when I was underwater. And so I couldn't give my consent to save me. I was like, yeah, you know what?
Do you know what he should
For
have-
once, I fucking agree. He should have let you fucking drown, you fucking cunt.
Do you know what the guy should have said? Oh, I'm sorry. Like, put her in a sleeper hole and chuck her back in the pool. They're just like, oh, off you go then. See
As
you
you
later.
were.
Yep, oops, sorry.
No, but
Never
can
mind
you
me.
imagine saving someone's life? And someone, you find this TikTok like years later, oh, that's the girl I saved once from drowning. And you are saying that you saving her life is basically fucking, oh God, it's like, shut the fuck.
Yeah, people are just out of control. Like, I get it. It's people are too much aware of who the fuck they are.
You know what?
But it's getting to the point it's fucking ridiculous.
This might be a little bit too rude to say, but I hope her parents buy her Mega Blocks instead of Legos. So that bitch deserves it.
What is it? Duplo or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
Duplo. Yeah. Like Mega Blocks
Yeah.
instead of Legos. She
Hey,
fucking
what's
deserves
wrong
it.
What's wrong with Mega Block?
It's fine when you're two.
Yeah.
You grew up with Mega Blocks, didn't you?
Yeah, of course I did.
Yeah. I keep forgetting Ali was shit poor when she grew up.
Little do you know, they
That's
didn't even
because
pay
you
for
look
them.
so
They were
rich
probably
right now. I mean, look at you.
Yeah,
What
true.
one? My-
You know, you come into this
Okay,
conversation.
I'm just gonna take that as a compliment
Yeah.
and not say anything.
Ali, we don't live in a cardboard box. We're doing all right.
You're doing all
sure?
right. And you have
Hey, look,
money,
it's
and
not
you
a
have
big
money
place.
to go like to the hospital every other week. So you know, she's
Yep.
loaded.
Okay, so fucking welcome to the Out Random podcast. That was a bit of a rant before. I'm your host Ali, and I'm joined by Alex and Andy. How are you
Hola.
both doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Not doing bad. My heater's been out this week, which was fucking annoying, and I couldn't fix it because like every fucking factory piece of shit is closed right now in Belgium. So I've been in like 10 degrees weather, like inside, I mean, you guys
fuck.
were planning on coming
Damn.
here, and I'm so happy you didn't, because like
Yeah.
like you would have been in the fucking cold. It's like like yesterday was worse inside than outside. I literally
Jesus.
I heated up my car, ran it out so my kids could get warm in the car, and then come back in, put on jackets and shit like that. It's
You know what?
fucking terrible.
If we had visited for a gift, I would have gone and bought a cheap electric radiator just so everyone can
Yeah, but
hobble or
see, if you-
sit around that.
Yeah, but if you guys, we have some electrical heaters, but they don't do jack fucking shit for the ginormous house I have.
Yeah, I mean, so wealthy.
Yeah, but no, but
Fucking,
if,
we have one. It doesn't even heat up a fucking shoebox in here. So.
yeah, but that's the thing. If you guys would have come, then at least that problem would have fixed. I mean, we could have done a gangbang and kept warm that way.
True. We could have eaten a bunch of Mexican and just lit our farts all evening.
Yeah,
Kept
there you
warm.
go. See, problem
Terrence and
solving.
Philip.
This is what I need.
Yeah. Feed the beans to the kids. Do it.
Yeah.
Hashtag beans for kids.
And how are you doing, Alex?
I'm doing all right. I'm drinking, I believe, one of Andy's people's whiskeys. Can you pronounce this for me, sir?
Niwakami. It's
Yes.
a Niwakami whiskey. That's
I'm
whiskey
good.
for the people that didn't.
Yes, it's a Niwakami whiskey, Japanese blended whiskey. Very nice. Highly recommend it if you like whiskey. But no, I'm all right. I mean, I played Cyberpunk pretty much 4 hours straight after we went shopping, and now I'm doing this, and I'm on vacation
yeah,
for 2 more weeks from work, so it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. I got it too, Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, nice.
I didn't.
Has it like killed your PlayStation yet?
Nah, it's okay, but like, I don't know. I guess I expected a little more. Maybe it's just because I'm in the beginning of the game and like nothing too major.
Yeah, it
Shouldn't
gets
that be
better.
the exciting part, though?
Excuse me?
Shouldn't that be the exciting part, the beginning of the game?
Nah, sometimes it amps up throughout the game.
You got to wait
So
for
I'm
it to open up a bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
so
guess
like
so.
a good anime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
First two
Nah, I like it a lot.
episodes suck.
Yeah. Like I don't think it's as good as it could have been because their fucking suits wanted their money, so they made them release it. But I'm still enjoying it. And the more I'm playing, now I'm finding all those like sort of Witcher 3 style side missions that become like, these huge quest lines.
Oh yeah, but
now I'm like, oh damn, this is amazing.
I've done nothing but side missions.
Yeah.
Like all the crime you can solve and shit like that. I'm doing all
Yeah.
that. I'm not
Yep.
even into the main quest. I don't think I've
Basically
done the
what I'm
first
doing.
mission.
Oh, okay. Then you're also missing out on some quests. I think you have to do like get to a certain point before, and then a bunch of quests come.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
I'll
This
get
is
on
a
that.
cyberpunk hour.
All right. What are we talking about today, Ali?
Well, I don't know really. Like,
No, that's reassuring.
Well, welcome to the
No.
most prepared podcast.
it's not that. It's more like I have a really good episode planned.
Okay.
But I just wasn't feeling it today.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll save it until another day when I'm actually feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a hard year.
Yeah.
It's been a rough year.
Yeah. 2020 wasn't the best year.
Speak
Yeah.
for yourselves.
Well, it's been a different year. Let's put it like
Yeah. Yeah.
It's true.
that. So I figured we could just talk a little bit about things that's happened this year. Obviously, well, the whole Corona thing is a big thing. I don't really want to get into it too much.
Yeah.
Even though the vaccine is starting to roll out now, so
But where
we'll be seeing
I-
crocodile people everywhere now.
I'm somewhat
Yeah.
I'm somewhat curious though. Where what are your stances on the whole Corona thing now? Because I've been back and forth. I've been on the this is serious side, and I've been on the I don't know. There's something weird about this side.
What do you mean? As in it's a
Well,
made virus?
Look, it's harsh, yeah, but it's not as harsh as like they claim it is. Still, to this day, like if you look at the numbers, we still have like the Spanish flu was still worse. Like there's not, it's still under 1% the death rate.
yeah.
Like
no,
globally,
but-
like still that's like nothing. I mean, it's bad for the people who are dying, and like I'm still from the perspective that if I die, then so be it,
Yeah.
But like, It's not reaching.
I don't know. I'm
I
more
would
in
have
this.
thought that at the beginning of the year, if it would reach like 1.52 or 3%, then I would have been like, "Fucking whoa!" But now
Like
it's
I would
like,
put it out of a standpoint, like I'm not afraid of the virus, but at the same time, like why keep spreading it if we can avoid it? And I'm just getting sick of people, especially here in Sweden, because no one really respects the restrictions and
Yeah.
the recommendations. People just walking around in stores, coughing like idiots. Like, yeah, I still go out. I still take public transport. I put on a mask and I keep my distance. No one
Yeah.
does that. Most of the people don't give a shit.
It's kind of funny. Swedes normally don't want to be anywhere near anyone else, and then the second Corona came,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
like, "You shouldn't be near each other," and all the Swedes are like, "Huh? Oh fuck yeah, let's go hang out! Like I'm gonna stand 2 centimeters away from you, dude, and like
Yeah.
cough on you."
yeah,
Yeah.
cough in my mouth, you sexy beast.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, so I'm in this standpoint, like, yeah, I can, obviously, I haven't had it that I know of. I'm pretty sure I had it in February when we first started the podcast, actually.
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
I was so sick. It was not even
I
funny.
told you guys about the weird cold I had. I might have had it too.
But didn't you have it? Didn't you test
no,
positive for
wait,
You were a
what was
carrier.
that? Yeah, I was a carrier. I didn't have the symptoms, but I was a carrier. I had to go into isolation for 14 days or like 10 days. I can't remember.
How many times did you shit yourself in that 2 weeks?
Not often. Like I didn't have any symptoms.
Hmm.
It was a
Damn.
breeze. Like for me, like I didn't like. But I did have this weird cold, and I think I talked about it a few, like if you listen back to older episodes, a cold that lingered a little bit longer and was somewhat heavier on my lungs. But like to say
Yeah.
that it was so harsh that I had to lay down on my belly to get the water out of my lungs and all that, I didn't have to deal with that. Like no fuck.
Yeah.
No.
No, I think it's like levels of how sick you get, because my mom and my sister had it, and like they were sick, but they weren't like super sick. Like mom was said she was knocked out for like 3 days and couldn't move. Like
Yeah,
her body
like
hurt.
any regular,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
proper cold or
Yeah,
flu
yeah.
would
Yeah.
give you.
Yeah.
So for her, it was like a regular flu, sort of. But then I have a classmate at the moment, like she had it, like she's not feeling too bad, like she's had problems with her lungs, like
Yeah.
she has asthma as it is, and obviously like this has affected her lung capacity, so
Yeah.
she gets shortness of breath, she gets shortness of breath and stuff. But she said the worst symptom was the taste and the smell.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't taste anything.
Jesus.
That's when you just go through your pantry and eat all the
Yeah, but
shit that's like
to
4
see
years
if
old.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you're just like, I can't taste it anyway, so why waste the good food?
Yeah.
Just like, I'm going to go through my cupboard and eat all the shit that I've had for 4 years and never used. Because it doesn't matter.
Eat all the leftovers no one wants to eat.
Yeah, finally be able to eat wasabi.
Yeah. The thing that pisses me off here in Sweden is like all the fucking old people, like all the at-risk people, like the 60, 70 plus.
Yeah.
They just go, like, we have a local bar, and I use that term loosely. It's like a true dive bar. Right? It's like a sort of a restaurant that would give you salmonella, and then they also have all the alcoholics hang out
I
there
use the
and stuff.
term bar loosely. I mean, what kind of a place?
It's shit.
Yeah, all right.
I like a drink, but I don't even want to go there, like, ever.
We went there once and we were like, okay, let's
The guy didn't even
It's like a
understand when I
bucket-
asked him
There's
for
like a bucket of beer behind the counter, and instead of pouring it, they just scoop it out of the bucket.
Yeah, it's just full of alcoholics.
Yeah.
But anyway, like, my point is, like, that has been full since, March, when the corona really broke out here? Since March, it's just full all day long with
Wait,
fucking old people
the-
that are
the-
at risk.
The bars are still open in Sweden?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, there's nothing open here. Like, shops are open, but like the what we call the horeca, which is hotel, restaurant, and cafe,
Yep.
all
Everything is open here.
mandatorily closed. Like,
Yep,
there's
nope.
nothing.
Dude, until 5 weeks ago, I'm going to say like middle of November, they could, you could go to a nightclub till 3 in the morning, didn't
fucking
matter.
hell.
And then they brought in a rule that no alcohol could be served after 10 p.m. about the end of November this year.
Oh yeah.
And
okay.
then last week or the week before, they came out and said, okay, no alcohol after 8 p.m. It's like, What the fuck? Like,
You can always be. You can only be in a company of 4 people. First,
yeah,
was
you can have 4 people
8.
at a table. It was 8 people at it, like, you know, in a restaurant. You can have 8 people on your table,
Jesus.
maximum. Then
Okay.
now it's 4. But it's like, it's just full of old people, man. They drink from like 10 or 11 in the morning whenever they open till like now 8 p.m. when that, and it's like they just sit there coughing on each other. They're fucking
I'm just
going outside
wondering one thing. Not to
smoking.
be rude, but like, when have you left the house to actually make sure that this is what is happening?
Mate, do you know how many times I'll go down to our local Centrum area to go to the shopping center, which is right next to the bar, and just see these people? It's just full of old people. Like, stay home, dickhead, and the rest of us can be free.
But do you have mandatory mask wearing?
Yeah,
In
yeah,
public?
of course we do. Yeah, because we're.
It's
not
only
dumb.
Sweden that's fucking
It's only
retarded.
Sweden. Here's like, it's recommended to
Oh, but
wear
dude, like-
when you go on the train. Except for that, it's like, no, you don't have to wear
Dude,
one.
they handle it strictly here. Like, not wearing a mask in public, they'll ask you first, like, do you have it on you? And then if you can show it to the cops or whatever, because cops will stop you not if you're in your
Yeah.
car. If you're in your car, they don't give a shit. Like, you know,
Yeah,
that's
it's
your
when you're
airspace. And yeah,
outside.
yeah. When you're endangering other people. And they'll ask you to bring out the fucking mask. And if you don't,
Yeah.
if you're not able to bring out the mask, then they'll give you a fine of, 750 euros.
Good. That's how it should be. In Australia, they did lockdown, and you got a fine. I think it was $7,000, which is about
Jesus.
$5,000 US.
Yeah.
You would get fined by the police because they were like, no, like you broke, like, it was a straight up law. You broke
Yeah.
it. Here's a huge fine. So people didn't break. Not, you know, it's just a huge deterrent. Like, people still did it, but
Yeah.
you'd end up with a $7,000 fine.
Yeah.
And served them right.
Yeah.
And then they closed state borders, and I think it became a $50,000 fine if you illegally crossed
Jesus
state borders,
Christ.
because states closed their borders between each other.
Fuck
Unless you're
yeah.
like a freight company or whatever. Like, you had to have a reason.
Okay. Well, we'll just wrap it up because I don't want to talk about Corona really, because obviously we can go on and on.
But is there
on.
anything else to talk about in 2020? Oh, yeah.
Well, a
That's
lot of
right.
things happen.
Yeah.
So many things happen. Obviously, a lot of bad things happen. Bad and good in a sense. Obviously, you had the whole. Well, the year started off with the fires in Australia, for example.
Yeah.
That was this
Yeah.
year. No one remembers.
Hey, look, if you're a hobo, pretty good time.
Yeah.
A lot of free cooked meat
Yeah.
just floating around. Free meals.
Just head into those forests, man. Just
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
it.
And then you had the fires in California as well that were really bad. Was it
Yeah,
okay?
but I mean,
Um,
their fire policy in the US is ridiculous. And I'm an
Yeah.
Australian. I can say that. Your fire policy is fucking retarded. Like, straight up retarded.
Yeah. There's a lot
Fix it.
to improve there.
There's a reason you have forest fires every year, because you're idiots.
Mm.
Mm.
But Trump did tell them to clean up the forests, so you know there's that.
Yeah, after the fire did it for them.
You know, he literally said, you know, there's like leaves there that are they're just leaves on the floor and they're dry. You know, they're gonna catch fire. You need to clean up the leaves from the floor. Literally something President Trump said. I was like, dude, like you probably have no idea where fire comes from. Like, this man is just, it's fucking incredible. Of course,
Yeah.
there's also the big gigantic news that we now know that there's an intergalactic what was it again, an intergalactic, what did the
Council?
yeah
Space
there's like
Council or some
there's
shit?
like a
Allegedly.
space, yeah, there's like a space council now.
Yeah.
But dude, I do think it's odd how 2020 worked, like as far as Alien Fanatics goes, because yet we haven't seen a year yet where there's been like small leaks every time. And there's like official leaks. It's not like, oh, conjecture fucking shit. It's not like, oh,
Actually-
Farmer Bill saw a flashing light over his farm and he gonna fuck my sister. You know,
Yeah, but I mean-
wasn't all that. It
How
was,
many shrooms did this Israeli former space chief take before that interview?
dude, it's not the first one. Remember Paul Hellyer?
Mm-hmm.
prime minister or ex-prime minister from Canada who came out and said like, oh yeah, well, we're working with 4 to 5 extraterrestrial beings at this moment in time, and there's probably like 7 more that we don't know of yet, but visit Earth on a regular basis. It's not the first time a high-ranking official came out and said like
I
aliens
just
are
need
real.
to ask you, Andy.
Yeah.
Why do you care so much about aliens?
Because it can get me off this shit. I want to fucking go. I want to flip off Alex flying over Sweden in my fucking new
aliens.
Rolls-Royce UFO with fucking Elon Musk in the backseat just flipping off Alex saying, fuck you, I'm right. And just zooming off into
Off
space.
to your fucking anal probing station on Mars.
Exactly.
You know what, aliens? Please take him.
Yeah.
Do it.
Please.
Have him.
If like next week we're just waiting here and Andy never shows up, I'm going to assume it's aliens.
Just no anal shit on my kids, please. Just leave them be. Just use me times 5. I'll take it for
Yeah.
my wife and my kids.
Yeah, I'm going to assume either if you don't turn up next week, either the aliens took you or you drank, you tried your mead before the episode and went blind and can't find your way to the computer.
Or I just got sick of it and did all the anal shit by myself.
And then pooped yourself.
Yeah.
Just went, what is
You'll
it?
be back in 2 weeks and
But
tell
no,
us another
I do
poop story.
care. I do care because, like, you know, our concept of reality right now is so fucked up and it's so wrong. Like, we live for money and we go to our 9-to-5 jobs because it's so fucking important. I fucking hate it. It's fucking...
So you just need a break from reality, in other
No,
words.
I need this lie that we're living every day as a human being to fucking stop. I just need it to stop because it's all bullshit. We don't have to fucking work 9 to 5 to make a
You don't
measly-
have to do that, and aliens don't have to be true for that to happen, you know?
Yeah, but if you
can
don't
just
do
fuck
it,
off
then you're
and not
shit
do
poor. Yeah, but if you don't do it, then you're shit poor, and you have to
You can
fucking,
become a
you know...
TikToker and travel the world and shit. Like,
Andy can't risk his big house like that, Ali. He can't put it on the line, okay? Like, he's got a big mortgage to pay. You know, he can't do it.
I got this castle. I bought this mansion. No,
Okay,
but it's
well,
like
so
it's,
aliens happened
I
this
hate the
year.
fucking reality we live in right now because it fucking sucks and it's all a lie. And the Jew media. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Fuck
Nice
off.
knowing you. See you later.
no, if for real, cancel.
No, but
Don't
like
bring
there's
them into this.
kids being fucked in our governments every day, and these kids are coming out with it and saying like, hey, I've been fucked by your elected officials, and like nobody gives a shit, and it's like, it's not a fucking reality I want to live in. It's like, get me the fuck off, bring me to Mars. I won't even wear a helmet and I'll still die happy.
You know what? I kind of agree. They could fly me. I'll be the first man to willingly be flown into the sun. I don't care. Just do it.
Okay, Icarus.
I've had enough. I want to be like, what is that movie where they fly into the fucking sun?
Icarus. No, that
Icarus.
is Sunshine.
Sunshine. Yeah, I want to be like that, except for just take off the heat
Is
shield
that where,
and just
is
disappear.
that where they go mad because of the closeness
The
to the sun,
sun,
or
yeah.
something? Yeah. Is that not Solaris?
No, that is Sunshine.
No, Sunshine's the one where the sun is like burning out or dying, so they're gonna like shoot a nuke into the core of the sun to like reignite it to add more mass to it or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But then they sent another ship 7 years earlier and it disappeared, and then some guy went nuts. He was like a lone survivor.
Yeah.
And they have like all these like sun deflector shields so their
Yeah.
spaceship doesn't fucking explode.
That was a
And then
good
some
movie.
idiot turns them the wrong way
It's a
or
good
something.
movie.
And spoilers, but it's like 20 years old, so fuck you.
It's
Yeah.
a good movie. I made him watch it a few months back.
Nah, it was pretty
it's
good. Bit
it's
dumb,
a pretty
but
decent movie.
it's pretty good.
Favorite
Okay.
space movie of all time was the small fragment from Life, Death, and Robots, where
What?
he's fucking the alien inside of the dream, and it turns out like it's this astronaut that.
I don't think we've seen the same movies, Andy.
Have you ever seen Love, Sex, and Robots
No.
on Netflix? You should watch it.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
no, we watched
Oh,
that.
wait, is that
Alex.
with the short films?
Yeah.
yeah, it's a short film. Yeah,
Oh,
and it's,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
about
yeah,
this
yeah.
guy getting lost in some form of system by an anomaly, and sometimes that happens. And like this alien that lives there is like puts them in
he
their
thinks
dream.
Yeah, he thinks he's in like Utopia or something.
Yeah,
but he's
and he
like on a
fucks her.
spaceship.
He fucks her in
Yeah.
the dream. So basically, he fucked the weird spider lady creature, which was sort of hot. I only jacked off to it 3 times, so like it's fine.
Okay. Well, another space thing, an actual good thing a weird thing that happened this year. Talking about space, when one of the a star disappeared.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
How is that a good thing? That means
I said weird. I said weird.
That means a galaxy has just ended. Batman.
Yeah, well, they don't know.
Yeah, it's fun to know
because
that
it
other
didn't
things
explode
are
into a
dying
super.
too.
Usually, when when a star dies, like it explodes and becomes a supernova.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But this one just disappeared before the explosion.
Maybe
so
the
they
aliens
figured,
teleported it from that galaxy to their galaxy because their sun was running out and it was about the same size.
Maybe.
So they're like, "Ah, fuck it, we'll take that one." Bloop, and
Yeah.
just picked it like
But
we
that
pick an
was-
apple off a tree.
But that was the first time they noticed like something like that happening, and they don't know what happened, but they reckon a black hole swallowed it. So
No, that's
Imagine if that black
possible.
hole's increasing and we're like in 10 years just gonna be sucked into it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, if there was a black hole, like, we wouldn't know until, like, I think it's a couple of seconds before it actually swallows us up.
When the fabric of reality starts ripping apart and you're like
Well,
immense
no,
pain.
it's like, it's because it's a black hole, you can't see it.
Yeah.
So it's only when it comes close to you that it's, visible. And the thing is, it travels so fast that you're not able to notice it unless it's really close or AKA too late.
Imagine if that is the portal to Star Wars.
Stargate, man. Stargate SG-1. Is it SG-1 or SG-9?
I think it's SG-1.
Yeah, could be.
I mean, look, Stargate was some good like midday TV on a Tuesday when you're sick from school. Like, sure.
Stargate was good for an episode or two.
And whacking off to weird alien women in bad makeup.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You ever see the three titty lady porn?
Who
Three
hasn't
lady
seen some
porn.
3 titty porn?
Yeah.
What?
3 titties.
What is this place? I haven't been there.
Yeah, just type in 3 titty lady. You'll
Ali,
find
it's
a whole
called
bunch
the
of shit.
internet.
Yeah,
I
I
think
know,
you've
but
been there.
I haven't
We're
been
using
on
it
that
right now.
side
Yeah.
of
Talk to Andy.
the internet, I mean,
Believe you've been there.
oh, I meant more in the sense that I haven't been on that side, that part of the
No,
internet.
it's just Pornhub. You can find
I
a
don't
lot
know,
of
man.
weird shit on Pornhub too. Like,
I've seen her browser history. It's pretty spicy.
is it?
Yeah.
I bet it's just like this boring BDSM shit that women are into. There's no fun stuff in there. I'm pretty sure if I would look at your browser history, there would be some fucking hilarious shit in there. Because that's the thing about men. We don't watch porn to jack off only anymore. You get past a certain point
Yeah.
where like porn is just a funny thing as well. And
Oh,
you
yeah. It's
find
only just look for a
weird
fun
shit.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Ali, but what else? Come on, hit me. What else happened in 2020?
Well, so much happened in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Black Lives Matter movement was a big thing. We're not going to go into that now. We have an episode about it if you want to listen to it. Also, the protests in Chile, Hong Kong, a lot of horrible things happened.
Yeah.
Also, for people that aren't actually aware, like there's a war going on in Armenia at the moment.
Okay.
That is fueled from Azerbaijan and Turkey. That
This
they're
is
trying
like
to
a
take
civil
over.
war?
No, Azerbaijan is trying to take over Armenia.
Yeah, they're trying to like invade Armenia.
Oh, fuck. Why?
Yeah, so see,
What's
you
there?
didn't know that because I don't really know that
I think
much.
don't they argue that like it's both
Yeah.
of their holy lands or something?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I
like
don't, I
that
don't
type of
get,
deal.
I don't get the battle for dirt. Like, excuse me, you're the ones shooting at each other, and fuck you for that. But like,
Andy, you might have enough dirt in your castle, but the rest of us don't have enough. Okay, so we need more. Need to take from someone else.
hey, I was able to get a good mortgage on this gigantic house. All right, so. No. But what I'm saying is, like, nobody owns that land.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like obviously the Armenians are just trying to protect themselves because the Azerbaijanis and Turks are coming in and killing people to take back.
Yeah, but have you ever literally went ass deep in the knowledge that you cannot own land physically?
Well, I don't have a problem with that, Andy. I know that that's just stupid, but some people are weird.
Yeah.
So that is an ongoing thing at the moment. Like, I think they are into a truce at the moment, but there's still a lot of conflicts going on. So research that, support. I've supported some stuff, like, for example, System of a Down. They're Armenians.
Yeah.
And that's where I get a lot of my like updates about that from.
They're a
Search.
band, for those of you who don't know.
A band that I know, System of a Down, is a band from LA, but they have Armenian roots. And I get a lot of my information through the singer because he posts a lot of things. And they actually released 2 new songs.
Yeah.
They hadn't released any new music in 15 years.
Jesus.
And they
Wait,
released
are those
2
the
new
guys?
songs.
Are those the guys from Wake Up? Wake Up! What is it?
Yep.
Wake up! Wake up!
Yes.
What to do? I don't know the words. I mean, clearly.
Yes.
No one does.
Yeah. So anyway, they released 2 songs, and like all the money that they made from selling these songs, they actually donated to
The war.
causes in Artsva and Armenia.
okay.
No, to help the people that have been injured or lost and aid people during this horrible battle. So that is a thing that a lot of people don't know about.
It slaps me in the fucking face that people still think they have right to land. Like, even the highest of the high, like the upper fucking echelon people, they don't own anything.
No one knows nothing. Like, this is like,
it's like the whole
it's just
money.
a planet.
You remember the money episode?
mm-hmm.
This is exactly what I was talking about. You cannot own anything. Physically, you cannot own anything. You can claim something and then say like, "Oh, that's mine."
Yeah.
But you know what? If I don't have a gun and you have a gun, and then I take the gun away from you, guess what? I now have a gun, and it's my gun. And there's,
But as they say, possession
you
is
can-
9/10 of the law. It's
yeah,
not, but
it's like it's nothing. Like, I now have this gun, and you can show me the piece of paper that you bought that gun. Like, tough fucking shit. I shoot you. Now the gun is mine completely.
Mm-hmm.
That's like bullshit. It doesn't make any sense to me to wage war
we
about
know
something
war
you can't own.
is, but that's what most wars are about, in a sense. Like, a lot of wars.
Yeah.
But that's how we are as human in history. Throughout history, we've battled over dirt, like you said.
Well, it's
'Cause that's
never
what it is.
us. It's never us. It's always these reptilian fucks.
yeah, it's the
Back
people
to
that took the
David.
COVID vaccine, now crocodiles.
Exactly.
And now they're fucking ruining everything.
Yeah.
Okay, well, a good news. Let's go there.
Okay.
In July,
Yeah.
scientists in Australia reported preclinical laboratory studies of a new cancer vaccines that have shown promising signs.
Yeah, that'll never see the light of day. How many times have I heard about that shit in my lifetime?
Well,
Oh, a new vaccine that might cure cancer, and then, never heard from again. Poof, see you later.
Yeah.
That'll never happen.
it is happening at least. Like,
No, it won't.
Okay, well,
You know what?
Uh,
It'll probably happen after I get cancer and die from it. So in like 500 years.
okay, but also another thing that they made this year in June, they made the first world's spherical artificial eye with a 3D retina raised
Ooh.
to raise the possibility to bring vision to humanoid robots, but also to hope a new hope to patients with visual impairment.
So will it show the blast radio when you throw a grenade? Because that's something you can do in 2077.
Yeah.
A what?
Does it show the blast radius
Show the
of a
blast
grenade?
radius of the grenade. It should.
Does it let you scan people and then like
I
track
don't
them
know.
as
Yeah.
they're around you in 3D
Yeah.
space?
It should
So-
have that.
So
It should
basically what
have
I'm
that,
getting
Ali.
from this episode, I'm just getting that Cyberpunk 2077 is pretty accurate.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Historically
That.
accurate.
It's
You heard it here first, folks. Come back to this in 2077.
Just let me play
Tell me I
my
was
game.
wrong.
I'm playing history here. Jeez.
Well, here's another fun bit tied into the earlier, like what happened in Australia, the fires. Like, there was a woman selling nudes for $10. She would send people nudes.
Fucking damn it. The last thing. Wait, hold up. You gotta read this back because the last thing I heard was nudes for $10, which, like, interesting.
Yeah, no, there was this woman that was selling nudes for $10. Not even. She wasn't selling it. She was sending nudes to people that had donated at least $10 to any to help the firemen during the fires in Australia.
All right.
So she
Nice.
was, if they could show proofs, she would send them nudes, and I remember that became a whole fucking scandal, and fucking people were outraged, but the other people
scandal?
started. Yeah, no, the people were outraged, but then other people were like, no,
Yeah.
fucking just
Well,
go
it's
for it.
because
on,
she
it's
looks
her
like Jabba the
tits.
Hutt.
No, she was actually hot.
Yeah, come on, Batman, go along with the.
Wait, hold
learn fucking jokes, lady.
Oh, holy
yeah.
shit, that is a good ass.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I imagine her vagina looks pretty good,
Mm.
but she had an emoji over it, so we couldn't see.
Flaps for days.
Yeah, so that happened. And then we had Mexit this year as well, when Meghan and what is the prince
What?
called? Mexit.
Wait, was that when all the Mexicans leave the United States,
Yeah.
or like what's happening?
That
Oh,
was
it's
when
Biden
Harry
now.
and
It's
Meghan
not so-
stepped down from the royal family. That became a
Ah,
big
who
thing.
gives
as
a
well.
fuck?
Did she?
Yeah.
Well, good
Harry
for her.
stepped down.
Who gives a
Good
shit?
for
He's a
her.
ginger. No one gives a
It's
fuck.
just a bunch of pedophiles anyway. I mean,
It's true. Their Uncle Andrew is Prince Andrew. That's,
but
I think
it's true.
his real
All
title.
these people are in the fucking Bilderberg group and fucking doing satanic rituals with kids and raping
no,
them.
That Prince Andrew, so their uncle, the uncle to Prince Harry and William or whatever, he has been accused by victims of when they were 16 or 17 years old of being in an orgy with him and Epstein.
Dude,
Jeffrey
we
Epstein.
Dude, we need to do an episode on fucking satanic rituals within the government, because it's fucking it's the shit that came up. You remember that whole trial where like kids came out with confession, and there were like 27 kids, and they just said, "Oh well, you're too fucked up to give what's it called?"
Clinically,
No, but when you test, you're
you
too
can't give a
fucked up to-
testimony.
you're too fucked up to testify. It's basically
Yeah.
so these kids were all either too scared to talk, or like they when the two that did talk, I can't remember their names, that did tell their whole story, and boy was it a fucking hoot. They talked about like another kid that was next to the guy that was on the stand. So now these are full adults. He was brought into this room, and this like 10-inch motherfucker came in, raped a kid, like just inserted. And I'm sorry if this is too rude
Jesus.
to say, but yeah, it doesn't get prettier. Hold on to your fucking hats. So what happens is the kid that was getting fucked, he needed to watch. They're filming all of this, by the way. This kid claims that there's tapes off this.
Mm-hmm.
And so the kid that's getting fucked by the big guy then gets shot, and the kid that he's dead,
Jesus.
and the kid that was watching needed to fuck the kid that got shot and shit like that. It was full
Oh
of
my God.
stories.
Oh,
Yeah, it
Jesus
was full of
Christ.
stories like that. It's fucking incredible. We need to do an episode on like satanic rituals within the government, because like it's fucking, I remember Alex Jones going down to the Bohemian Grove with a huge owl statue, just screaming on the top of his lungs. It's
Well,
fucking
and-
amazing.
As it so happens, we also have an expert on satanic rituals on the show, so she can give us the background on how they do them, how
I
they're
don't
set up.
think these are the sorts of satanic rituals she performs.
I didn't say she
but,
performs
yeah.
them, but she might know about them, how they're performed, why they're performed, how they would
Well,
be
we
set up.
could do an episode on a black mass, for example, as well, because I have a black mass ritual somewhere around here, and it involves a nun pissing in a pot. So I wanted to do that for the show, but not been able to find a nun willing to do that for the moment. So still holding out on
Yeah.
Mother Teresa from the orphanage not too far from here. Let's just hope she comes through and pisses in the pot for us, and then we can do a black mass on the show.
Christ.
I like
Yeah.
that we got from Mexit or whatever the fuck that useless shit was called to this in the space
No,
of 3 minutes.
I got the Satanic Bible of Anthony LaVey around here somewhere, and I've read through it once or twice, and like I saw the black mass part, how to perform a black mass. I actually wanted to do this on the show. So if you want to do this, hit us up on Twitter or like join the Discord server, link in the description down below. Yeah, let us know if you want us to do this. And if you want us to do this, we will perform on the Discord server together with you guys. If you join, we'll perform a black mass. And that'll
Even
be my
better,
episode.
if you are a nun and you're listening to this, help Andy out.
And
Yeah.
some pee in a pot.
Because I'm pretty sure a lot of nuns listen to this.
Yeah. And bonus points if you can get the priest to like bless it, so it's like holy piss.
Nah, it doesn't need to be holy.
Yeah,
Being
but
a
I'm just
holy
saying
lad,
bonus
it's-
points.
Yeah, but we will perform to the best of our abilities, none or not. Maybe I'll get like an acting person involved because I think she needs to be virgin. I can't remember. Like,
okay.
Anyway,
we'll
there
get
will
to
be
that.
an episode where somebody
Fucking
pisses
hell.
in a pot. Is what I'm saying.
Fair enough. Let's go for that. Talking about piss in a pod, another, I would say, great thing that happened this year. We got Tiger King. If you watched that
How
show,
does that?
Yeah.
Wait, how does that?
I didn't think that was real for the first like 6 episodes. And I was like, this is real. I'm like, what? No one is that fucking dumb.
Yeah,
Apparently they are.
But how does pissing in a pot segue to like? Where did your mind wander?
because it's so weird.
It
And
is
pissing
weird,
in a pod is
yeah.
quite weird.
I think
There
she's
you
still
go.
working on her segues.
God damn Carol Baskin!
Yeah. So that was a great show. That was actually really funny though, because I was trying to look at like a bunch of lists or like informations that what happened on this year to get some
Yeah.
stuff going, and
Yeah.
I was amazed how many times Tiger King popped up. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, people
It
really
was fucking funny, though.
you can really tell that a lot of majority of part of the world has been in lockdown when we
Yeah.
praise Tiger King to this fucking point. Like when Tiger King is our
I
salvation.
think Tiger King was before lockdown, though.
No, I think it was in the middle of lockdown, especially for the people in the US and stuff like that.
Okay.
Was it? No, I thought it was like the start of this year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like January or February.
Yeah, but it just popped, like it became a big thing.
Oh yeah,
in the
when
middle.
people were forced to stay home and they're like, "What the fuck
Yeah,
is
yeah,
Tiger
yeah,
King?"
yeah.
All right.
It's actually really good. Like I don't know, I it's bizarre, but I enjoyed it. Did you watch
It's-
it, Andy?
I did. I didn't get through I mean, not all the episodes. I think I'm on episode 6 or 7 or something. Like, I couldn't take it anymore. It was too much retard in one episode for me.
Like I said, I thought it was fake for
And
like literally
yeah,
6
it's-
episodes.
It's like you cannot believe that these people are real. Plus, then, you start to think about the animals that are involved and shit like that. Next to this fucking clown, of course, like clown man and clown lady that are fighting each other. You got these animals involved, which aren't getting, like, no matter what they say, they're not getting what they need. It's
No,
horrible.
no.
It's just,
But that's the
just
thing is
shitty.
like it's brought a lot of attention, especially in the US, because you can own any type of animal.
yeah.
Like there are barely any restrictions.
Yeah.
So in a sense, it probably was a good I think it either cost like people being aware and trying to fix the problem, or people just going out there and getting tigers.
Yeah.
You watch fucking 2021, we're gonna have the states gets overrun by fucking tigers going wild.
Yeah, but here's a good idea for you. Maybe instead of donating your money to like these world wildlife funds and all that fucking bullshit, why not do this? Why not go out there and buy an illegal tiger and then donate him to a rehabilitation program where they rehabilitate tigers and put them in the wild?
No, because like that would just encourage people keep breeding animals in
Yeah,
bad
I guess so.
conditions. That's the thing.
guess
Like
so.
it's a very like any of that sort of shit. It's the same thing with pet stores that sell animals. It's like you want to buy, like you want to get them because some people have the mentality. It's like, oh, but if I buy like this hamster or rat or anything from the pet store because it lives a miserable life in
Okay.
a pet store, like, oh, but I'll save it. But it's like you're just feeding the machine because
Okay.
they don't
yeah.
care.
I
They
get
don't
that.
see your mentality of
Okay.
you want to save this animal. They just see money coming in. They keep breathing and shit continues.
Okay. New idea. AK-47. I go to the compounds where the tigers are at, shoot them all fucking dead. Right? Kill all the tigers. I mean, it's a couple of tigers less in the world, but it will be an incentive for the guy to stop mass producing tigers. Because she'll be like, God fucking damn it, every time I buy tigers, Andy comes around and shoots the tigers.
If you're on first name basis, I'm pretty sure you would be arrested by that point, Andy.
I guess so. I'll figure this out one day. It's not gonna be today, though.
Yeah, well, you do that. Well, like I said, it's a weird episode. I apologize for that, but I figured let's do a lighthearted wrap up this year and just talk a little bit of shit. And I just want to ask you guys, like, despite like how the rest of the world have perceived this year to be a horrible year and everything, how has your year been? Like, what have been highlights and downhills in your...
I guess I started doing a little, like, since I've been cooped up in the house, I started doing a little more like woodworking and refurbishing work, which I've found that I've actually enjoyed. Like, I've made coasters.
You've just like leveled up your dad skills, basically.
Dude, I've become full dad. Like, I'm in my dad level is over 9,000 at this point.
Your
It's
poor
like,
kids, now they're gonna grow up holding tools for you while you swear at the stuff you're doing.
Absolutely not, because I'm making toys for my kids as well. Like, I told you, I've been making swords, like fantasy swords for my kid and shit like that. So yeah, I guess to put a good spin on this year, I would say that, like, I've been truly enjoying something, and I've been making money from it. You know, call back to the money episode on how to make money, side hustling and shit like that. I've been buying a lot of old furniture, redoing them, and then selling them again, and it's been going fucking good.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Send me one. I want to see your quality.
Yeah, my quality is pretty bang on, dude. Like, I actually use high-end paints at this point because my pricing is pretty, like, high up there. But people are still buying, so I'm still selling.
Can you get an old, like, classic wooden dildo and refurbish it for me and send it to me?
I just jack them off. I just jack them off whenever I drop off the furniture. I've actually dropped off a few closets that I think, like, were more for the hand job than they were for the closet. But, like, I'm fine with it. I still got paid at the end, which is all that matters.
Why are all these holes in the doors? The fuck?
What about you, Alex? How has your year been?
It's actually been pretty good. I was smart. Like, I'm studying still technically, but I got started my job before Corona hit.
Oh yeah.
It's like
I remember that.
Wasn't impacted by that because we have to do an internship as part of my...
Oh, is that the ring that fell again?
Yeah.
Is that the ring?
Again.
Alex,
Yes.
Jesus, last poopy episode, you did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Shame.
And then on Christmas
shame,
we had
shame.
We had an incident as well. I got so pissed at him because he was playing at it when we were having dinner. So I took it away from him. I put it in my makeup bag. Well, first I put it in my bra, and then he was trying to put his hands in my bra while my dad and mom were there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you stop?
And
it's
rightly
embarrassing.
So.
Well, if you just giving it back.
And then I put it in my makeup bag. But then when we were leaving my mom's place, my dad was dropping us off at our house. Alex had the makeup bag in another bag. And as we get off, he drops it in the car. But we didn't know this at the time. But then when we get up, I couldn't find the makeup bag. And I'm freaking out. I'm calling my sister back home. And my mom's like, is my makeup bag there? She's like, it's not here. I was like, can you check outside if we dropped it while we got into the car? It wasn't there. And then eventually I got a hold of my dad and he's like, yeah, it's in the car. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And you're forgetting the part where she got very emotional. Like, it's a fucking makeup bag. Like, how important? Like, we'll just go get it tomorrow if it's at your mum's place. It's all good. Because she hadn't told me that my wedding ring was in the, in the bag.
The thing was,
I was like, okay.
At least she got emotional about it. You even forgot you got a ring.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know she put it in there.
Oh, okay.
She hadn't told me. But anyway, back to my point. So yes, as part of my course, I have to do an internship, and thankfully I was smart because the rest of my friends at school and shit, they got really fucked with Corona because obviously really hard to find an internship when no company wants to hire people.
Yeah.
Like in the end they got them, but it was way more stressful. I was lucky because I already had it sorted, so I was like, cool, that's a pretty good year. I like it. It's my favorite job I've ever worked at by a mile. So Yeah, 2020. I mean, it's been all right. So we've managed to save money because I haven't been able to go out and like drink beers every Friday.
Oh,
after
dude, we
school and shit.
us too.
After work.
It's been financially amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I have not had savings in over like, I think more than 7 years or something. I had not been able to save. Like
Yeah.
I was like, we've been like, okay, so how can we do this cheaply, and how can we like we need to move from this gigantic fucking castle because it's just too much for me to keep clean
small,
and shit
so
like
you're
that.
getting
You're gonna
into a
move to
bigger.
like
No,
a tower on the battlement.
Yeah, this 25 maids is just too much for me.
Yeah.
You got to satisfy them all, and I don't want to do that. But like, we're gonna move. I'm gonna move, right? And so we've been
Yeah.
thinking like, how can we move? We need to get rid of a couple of furnitures. How can we do this cheaply? Like, and we've been doing like the renovations of closets and shit like that. So we were thinking like, let's do it like that. Like, buy a closet for 30 fucking euros and sell it for 90. But instead of selling it, we just keep it to ourselves. So
Yeah. Oh, it's good.
so
Like,
it's been putting money in the bank, and at the end of the year, I was like 3,000 in the white. I've never been like, it's been so long since I've had that much money like in my savings account.
yeah, I think we finally now have started talking like maybe in like a couple years we can actually afford a mortgage, like to go to the bank and get a house loan to buy our own place. Whereas like probably if Corona didn't happen, we wouldn't have anywhere near enough savings to even consider that. It would be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
And that it's even considered that I lost my job.
yeah,
This
and she
year.
lost her
Yeah.
job, and I'm a student. Like we're
Yeah.
both students, and it's like we're still somehow richer than we were last year when we were both working.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. But,
Going out is an expensive business.
but it's
Yeah.
like the small things as well. Like even just going like Ali, like she was working. Sometimes she'd like buy lunch.
Yeah.
And then I'd go out and have a couple of
It
beers on a
makes-
Friday and then buy dinner.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, there's 20 euros, there's 10.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
Yeah.
by the end of the month, you're like, oh, shit.
It's a very like money definitely needs to be managed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially the
honest,
small
yeah.
shit, because you never remember. You only remember, I bought this. That was really expensive. So, yeah, I need to save money. But then you don't think twice, I'm going to buy that candy
Yeah.
bar or that drink.
I used to go to this shop to get like daily food, like just meat, vegetables, and potatoes. Like
Yep.
we used to go to this shop very close by, but this is called the Carrefour, which is a very expensive shop to say the least.
Yeah.
It's like
Yep.
€8 for something that you can find at €3 somewhere else.
Yep.
But we were like spending like maybe €30 a day, and like the amounts were small every day.
But it's like the constant everyday
But
purchase.
yeah,
it.
dude,
like it's
holy
10
fuck.
years there, 20 there.
Then I discovered the Aldi where I got the same amount of food. It's fucking, it's the quality is little. Fuck off. It's cheaper. Fuck you and your family and your kids. Fuck them all. It's just like, I went to get the same groceries there for €15, and I started doing the math in my head, and this €30 a day shit, it came up to like 400 to 600 euros a month, and I was like, holy fuck, are we doing this? So I was asking like people at work, like, how much do you, by the way, do that, ask other people how they're doing, and especially people who are doing financially well, just ask them. I was like, how much are you guys doing? And they're like, they have like 2 or 3 kids, so pretty much the same situation as me.
Yep.
They were like, oh, we're doing $250 a week. I'm like, holy shit, I'm like at 300 to
Jesus.
400. I gotta figure this out. Shit.
But we were literally talking about this today. It's like
Yeah.
a lot of people that are actually wealthier have it good. They're cheap as fuck. Because
Dude.
we went to this like part of Stockholm that it's like the richer people live.
Yeah.
And we went into a dollar store.
Yeah.
And it was packed. And I'm like,
Yeah, these people can actually afford like proper
Really
brand
think-
name things.
But they won't buy it. They won't buy it
Nope.
unless it's for a fuck. Dude, I swear to God, if you want to know if we're bullshitting of one about this, just find a fucking filthy rich guy. And I'm not talking Volvo fucking crowd. I'm talking the upper echelon fucking bullshit. The guys that have a swimming pool in their fucking winery. I'm talking about those fucking
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
Go to them and open their fridge. I shit you not, a couple of packages of mayonnaise from McDonald's and a bottle of water is all you're gonna find.
And then the most expensive wine or like booze.
Yeah, of course, because they can resell that.
Yeah, and it's a status thing too. If people are coming over, you're like, oh, but I'm rich, so I need to have this like stupid overpriced.
Yeah,
but everything else is cheap.
My wife, she goes to clean to like guys that own hotels. Like she's a cleaning lady now.
Yeah.
And she goes to clean to this one place that actually has a couple of hotels. So these people are fucking filthy fucking rich.
Mm-hmm.
Like they
Maybe
tell
not for
their
much
kids,
longer.
I shit you not. They tell their kids to go play outside in their Uggs. Like Uggs are their playing boots. These shoes are like 200 fucking shit a pop.
Yep.
I'm like, bitch, if my kids were ever given Uggs or anything like that, and they run around and get one spot on them, I would fuck them up. I would beat them to an inch of their life.
Put
But
them
these
in the
kids,
washing machine with the Uggs.
Yeah,
Teach them a lesson.
It's like, oh yeah, fucking just go play outside with your Uggs. It's like, oh god.
But because that's a status thing, though. That's the difference. They spend money on things that make sure that people know that they're rich. But their pantry, you don't know. Like, you know, I don't live in their fucking house.
Whatever they buy as vegetables, as far as vegetables goes, is just cheap as fuck.
Yeah, but
They
it makes
just
like
go to the
it's the
Aldi.
same thing. We used to shop here because here there's like 4 main supermarket chains. Really, I think there's like a 5th shittier one, but we started going to like Lidl, like the German chain. Like I don't know what 4 years ago, and we realized we're like, holy shit, it is like 30-40% cheaper for the same amount of stuff.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like on occasion, we go to a fancy butcher and get, like, if it's a special occasion, we will get a nice piece of steak, like really fancy. But for the everyday that you cook, you don't need certain shit. It's just like fucking just go and save your money.
But that's what COVID's been good for, because it's like we haven't been out, so we haven't pissed money up as much money on like useless shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Really. Like small shit that you just don't.
It's like,
that
I lost
coffee
my
here
job, but
or-
Alex built a new computer. I bought a new phone, and we still somehow managed to save money. We're like, what?
Yeah, and we're both students, so like we're not
both
exactly
students.
making salaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say 2020 for me actually on the been pretty good.
It's a learning curve, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's been pretty good, but my biggest negative is then counteracting what I just said. It's that I haven't been able to go out and have a beer with my friends. So, well, like, I guess I have been able to, but I don't know, it's not the same during Corona.
The question is that a big sacrifice for the future?
No, it's more like, I just want to hang out with my friends.
Yeah, I know, but is that not a sacrifice you'd be willing to make for a future with your wife in a nice home that you own?
I'm a believer in there needs to be a standard of living that I want to live as well. I don't want to be one of those people that scrapes for every single
this isn't for the this isn't for the rest of your life. This is just for a couple of years until you're able to afford a house, and then fuck
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
I couldn't be able to keep him at home every day. This drive me crazy.
This is. By the way, Ali, I don't know why you guys are still not side hustling something. There's two pieces of advice I can give you guys, right? Anybody that's listening to this episode, this is absolutely true. If you want to make money, be cheap in what you buy. You know, that's what we just talked about. Just give yourself some modest comforts, and then, you know, for the rest, just be mindful of how much you spend. And so the one piece of advice I would give anyone is get a fucking side hustle. Because even if it's 50 euros that came in extra that month, it's 50 euros you wouldn't have otherwise had.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And number 2 advice I would give anyone at this point in my life, I'm 33, you better listen up because I got a lot of advice to give. Steal. Just steal. I'm going to leave it at that.
Thankfully that runs in Ali's family, so she's pretty good at that.
I swear to God, I married a gypsy, okay? I know about stealing. She looks a little bit like a gypsy woman, my wife. But here's the thing, though. There's this great scene in Fun with Dick and Jane I always seem to remember. You remember that scene where he just goes out and stabs like his knife in different pieces of grass and puts it in his own yard.
Yeah.
Because
I don't think I've even
he-
seen this film.
Yeah, just watch it and you'll understand. Like his grass has been repossessed, and one night he just loses his shit and he goes out with a kitchen knife and just yanks a piece of grass out of everybody's garden, and like
Patches
even
it.
like the nicest grass in a golf course and shit like that. He just jabs out a square and puts it in
Yeah.
his own yard. And he wakes up in the morning and his wife sees like this patchy land of fucking dirty grass and shit like that. And he's like, I got our grass back. And I remember that shit so fucking well because it does remind me of the fact that sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, I'm not saying if you're doing groceries or whatever, you know. I'm saying that sometimes just take whatever the fuck you want. Dare to be bold and to step over a fucking corpse to get what you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
Good advice.
no, it's true because
is
sometimes
true.
people will just fucking beat you to a bloody pulp and get away with it. And
Yeah,
what I'm
that is
saying
true.
is don't fucking let them. If you want to take that next step in your career, then be prepared to fuck somebody over so you can get that position. Just because that's what you'll have to do. It's not a fucking soft world out here.
That's a dog eat dog world. I mean, it's
So,
classic.
you know,
to
I'm
get
not
something,
saying,
someone gives something up.
I'm not saying steal a Snickers. I'm saying if you're hungry and you don't have any other means to fucking get that Snickers, then steal a fucking Snickers. If
Well-
you want to go to the next level at your job, then do what you need to fucking do and don't be a pussy about it. Man up and fucking kick somebody in the shins.
Just do it. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
talking about just do it.
In the new year, go into work, kick your boss in the dick, tell him to give you a pay rise and a parking space, and then
Now that's
just
at least
walk
two
out.
kicks in the that's at least 2 kicks in the dick.
Yeah. All right, so
Yeah.
yep, that's how you get promoted in 2021. Top tip, you
Yep,
heard it here
there you
first.
go.
Yeah. Well, let's
And
wrap
film it
this
and send it
bitch
to us.
up because, yeah, we talked about a bunch of different things, but still, it's been a testing year. For me personally, some highs, some lows, some very lows, but I'm going in positive into next year. Hopefully, I'll have
Yeah.
my surgery. Hopefully, I'll
Hopefully not HIV positive.
get it. What?
Hey, gotcha.
Oh, shut the fuck
Is
up.
this something you need to tell us, Alex? Just like
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm a team player. If one goes down, we all go down, okay?
we can't wait.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us this year or this episode and this year in general.
Wait, no, you forgot one important thing on the fucking list that happened in 2020, and that was
What?
the At Random podcast began.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
true.
And you forgot that. I'm
Yeah.
very disappointed
This
in
is
you.
our first
Yes, yeah.
year.
And we got
Thank-
49 episodes in this year.
Yeah,
It's a good
so
effort.
Thank you for joining us on this weird little journey that is the At Random podcast. And we hope to be in your ear many more episodes to come.
Yeah, of course.
Is that what you do with those holes in the cupboard?
Can we just close off this year by saying something we're thankful for, like sort of a Thanksgiving at random fucking bullshit? I want to hear what you guys are thankful for.
Okay. Alex?
I'm thankful for our corporate overlords at Advanced Micro Devices,
Corporate-
AMD, for building...
corporate reptilian overlords.
Yeah, overlords, yes, for building
Say it
my
right.
new CPU that now lives in my new computer, so I can finally stop telling Ali I want a new computer. I finally have it. It took 5 weeks after I ordered it to arrive, thanks to COVID, but I'm very thankful for them because now I live in the 21st century again.
Well, all right.
So thank you. Thank you, my corporate
Yeah.
overlords.
So
It was money
2020
I don't
gave
regret
you-
spending.
2020 gave you a new computer, and you're thankful.
Honestly,
for that
is
basically.
my highlight.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I use it all the
That's
fucking
a
time.
good highlight. I mean, I'm not one to put it down. I don't mean to.
I use it
you know,
all the
to
time. My old
fucking
computer
drag
was
you.
8 years old, and like I
Yeah.
use it for side projects. I use it for this
Yeah.
podcast. I use it to game on. I use it all. And especially during
Yeah.
COVID, it's been nice having it.
Yeah.
System
How's
that
the
isn't a piece
porn in
of shit.
4K? Is it like?
I haven't upgraded my graphics card, so I need to do
Okay,
that
yeah. Well,
next.
you
but
need to get on that.
that's the
quickly.
next step,
All
but
right.
they're the most expensive, so fuck that.
Yeah. All right, Ali. What are you? What's a highlight for you?
Oh, God.
Oh, that you spent it with me.
No, I said
In that
thankful,
case,
not
I'm
regretful.
grateful for Lambie. There you go.
For what?
For
Lambie.
Landy?
Lambie
What is Lambie?
is our toilet
What's-
paper brand that we use.
You mean
Keeps-
Lammy?
It's kept me
Oh,
nice and.
man,
The
they're
highlight of your year is comfortable shitting
Well, if I
paper.
compare that to
Great.
Alex, I'd rather
Hey,
choose the
their
toilet paper.
stocks this year would have shot up when the
Yeah, that is another thing that happened this
Dude,
year.
you
Toilet
need to
paper
tell us
war.
when you're changing toilet paper so we can invest in that shit. I mean, come on. I could have bought stocks. I could have
Yeah,
bought
well,
stocks from that.
That's insider trading, Andy. We can't tell you
Yeah.
that. I'm sorry. We'll go to jail.
All right.
Okay, so toilet paper, and I would say my family, just in general, like it's been a hard year, and then they've been there for me. So,
Especially Alex.
yeah,
just
okay,
wanna be
I give it
involved
to you.
so
You have
bad.
been good this year. What about you, Andy? What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for allowing myself to actually learn new things. Like I said, you know, the projects I've been working on, it's been eye opening. It's been fun learning new techniques and like watching restoration videos and all that shit. And I'm really thankful that I've allowed myself to actually be active. Like I used to get up in this like 9 to 5 mentality where I got up and I don't know, just a day was a fucking day, and I didn't want to do that anymore. I got sick of it. I was sick of being this robotic fucking bullshit, you know, doing what I have to every time. So one day I just got up and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. This is my life and I want to make more money and I want to fucking do something worthwhile for my kids and my family. So if I'm thankful for anything, it's for breaking that barrier and allowing myself to just to grow. As a person. It's been fun. It's been like literally I've bought new equipment and shit like that. I've never been excited about buying a new saw. But like, I mean, you can see it right there. The little
Oh, you got a bench,
blue
like a
thing.
saw
Yeah.
bench saw?
Yeah.
Nice.
I bought a new one, which is, you know, it's with what I've been side hustling, it's been a great fucking thing for me. It's been, you know, been making coffee tables and chairs. Like, who the fuck makes a chair? Well, tell you what, I do. Fuck you and your mom. Yeah, and I'm thankful for all the research Ali put into this episode, of course.
Fuck you.
But yeah,
I'm not feeling that great, okay? Like, just give me this one.
You know
At
what?
least I
Yeah,
tried.
I
Like,
give it to you.
I'm going to come
Fuck
back
that,
next
man.
episode with a tally of how many episodes you said you weren't feeling that good. And I reckon it's going to be
I've
more than
already
50%
said,
of them.
It's been a hard year. I've been sick this whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. You've
You've been
sick a
sick
lot.
for like 29 years, mate.
Yes, I know. I was sick before I was born. We already know that. I'm sorry. I'm broken.
And on that
And my mom
bombshell,
lost the fucking receipt. We can't return me. I'm sorry.
and on that bombshell, join the Discord, you fucking dick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
link in the
just
description down below.
Fucking click that link in the description down below. Oh, and for 2021, I promise people that I am not gonna give a shit about what I say once again, because fuck the cancel mentality and fuck everybody who's listening to this. I hope you get raped in the fucking nose this year. Fuck you.
And on that note, also don't forget to follow us on our Instagram. That is @random.podcast. So at.random.podcast.
And on Twitter, where we will not rape your nose, we are AT_randompod. So hit us up.
Amazing.
And click that link in the description down below. It's an app to put on your phone or computer. It's called Discord, Discord, and just click the link in the description down below to join our fucking fantastic group of people of 5 at this point, I think.
There's a few more.
Yeah, no. Yeah, there's quite a few people running in. Nobody's saying anything. We're all scared of each other.
Yeah.
But like,
get there, we'll get there.
the group. Let's get the group going, and then you talk to us, and we'll talk to you, like for sure. All right.
And on that note, thank you for this year. We'll see you next year, and I hope 2021 is a bit better for people out there.
Yep.
And yeah, see you on the other side when we all become crocodiles. Bye.
Reptilians.
They're pretty
Bye.
badass. Bye.